Living alone after 60, it can feel like this incredible new chapter of freedom, right? A chance to finally live by your own rules. But it also brings its own unique set of things to think about. So today, we're going to dive into how to make this chapter not just something you manage, but something you truly love. So that really gets us to the big question here. Is flying solo the ultimate freedom we all dream of, or is it a whole new set of challenges? Well, the answer, as we're about to see, is a really fascinating mix of both. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the amazing upside. This part of our journey is all about celebrating that incredible independence, that personal liberty that comes from having a space that is 100% yours.
I just love this quote from Margaret. It really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's those simple, powerful little joys, like having a midnight snack without anyone asking a single question. Those are the things that can mean the absolute most. And really, these perks just keep stacking up. You get total independence to live by your own rhythms. Your home becomes a complete reflection of who you are. Your schedule, it's entirely yours. I mean, pajamas all day is a totally valid choice. You control the peace and quiet, and maybe the best part of all, the only person you have to agree with is you. Okay, but let's be real, it's not all midnight cookies and blissful silence, is it? It's so important that we also talk about the practical and emotional challenges that, don't always come up in conversation. And this is probably the most sobering reality of them all. When you live alone, you are your own safety net. You're your own emergency backup. There's nobody else right there to notice if something's wrong, which means being proactive about your own safety becomes absolutely crucial. This shows the two sides of the same coin when it comes to a quiet house. That silence can be such a blessing. It gives you space to think, to really recharge, but it can also feel, unsettling. It can magnify any feelings of loneliness you might have. It's exactly why you hear people say they leave the radio on, just for a bit of company. Now, these hurdles, they're totally real, but the good news is they're absolutely manageable with a little bit of planning. Feeling lonely? Maybe it's time to adopt a pet or, as we'll get into, be the one who sends out the invites. Home maintenance feel overwhelming? Hey, don't be afraid to downsize or hire some help. And that classic challenge of cooking for just one person? Batch cooking is your friend. It turns a chore into an act of self-care. So now that we've looked at the challenges, let's talk about the solutions, because this is where you really take control. One of the most powerful tools you have for thriving solo is building daily rituals that give you structure, stability, and a real sense of purpose. And this is so important. When you're on your own, a routine isn't about being stiff or boring. No, it's your anchor. It's the framework that grounds your entire day, giving you that sense of rhythm and control, especially when you don't have a partner or family schedule to work around anymore. And check this out. This is a fantastic, super actionable example. Think of this as your non-negotiable first 5 minutes of the day. First, hydrate to wake up your system. Then, just 1 minute of gentle movement to get the blood flowing. Number 3 is crucial. Get some protein within 30 minutes. Then, gently mobilize your joints. And finally, take 1 minute for mental clarity. It sounds simple, but wow, is it powerful. Okay, so you might be wondering why all the fuss about that protein in the morning. It all comes down to this one word: catabolism. See, after 65, your body is way more likely to break down muscle for energy right when you wake up. A little bit of protein early on basically tells your body, hey, don't eat my muscles for breakfast. It's such a vital little trick for keeping your strength up. All right, once you've got that solid daily foundation locked in, it's time to turn your focus outward. This next part is all about being intentional, about being proactive in building the community you want. Look, it's just a fact of life sometimes. As things change, maybe you're not getting as many social invites as you used to. But this is not an ending, not at all. Instead, I want you to think of it as this incredible opportunity to take the wheel and build a social life that is perfectly 100% designed for you. So what do? Simple. You become the organizer. And it doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. Just invite a friend for coffee, start a little neighborhood walking group, host a book club. You'll probably be surprised to find out that other people were just waiting for someone to take that first step. So don't wait for the phone to ring, be the one who makes the call. Everything we've talked about, the routines, reaching out to people, cooking yourself a good meal, it all boils down to one thing: self-care. When you live alone, there isn't anyone else there to give you that little nudge. So you have to remember, you're not doing this for anyone else. You are doing it for you. And that right there is the ultimate act of independence. I want to leave you with this powerful thought because it's so important. Living alone isn't about just getting by or simply surviving. The goal, with the right mindset and the right strategies, is to truly thrive with peace, with strength, and with wisdom. So, I'm going to leave you with a question. Thinking about everything we've covered, from that little 5-minute morning routine to just sending a simple text to a friend for coffee, what is one small ritual, just one, that you will start tomorrow to build your own foundation for thriving? Thanks for tuning in.